Looks like Nintendo postponed the Direct to exactly 1 week, from September 6th to September 13th, according to Nintendo Life and this tweet by Platinum Train. It also coincides with the Splatoon 2 update that data miners identified last week was postponed along with the Direct. The new dates make sense, as with Famitsu and Korokoro dropping this week, Nintendo was at risk that substantial, if not all information regarding the delayed September Direct and the Smash reveals would get out in written form before their planned video presentation. Seeing this threat, the constant third-party reveals and first-party leaks that likely were tied to big announcements in the Nintendo Direct, most of us believed that the presentation would take place either on Monday or Tuesday. This did not happen, and as such, we are still at risk to get hit by leaks from the latest issue of Famitsu, which drops this Friday in Japan and Thursday in the United States. As we know, the originally planned Direct must have been pre-recorded and stopped from airing on the last possible day due to the horrible earthquake in Hokkaido that followed the equally devastating typhoon in western Honshu. The fact that it doesn't take place today on September 11th, 9/11, is equally understandable, and then we obviously have Hurricane Florence coming in. Please stay safe out there and evacuate if necessary. Back to the topic at hand, at this point it seems that the Nintendo Direct needs to be heavily altered due to the launch of SNK Heroines, the Mega Man 11 demo and new trailer, which are both already out and informed about on Nintendo's YouTube channel, the Civilization 6 announcement and launch date, though we still need the trailer, so this one is likely still in the presentation. And then we have the remaster of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which originally was not in the Direct, but might be in it now following the announcement by Square Enix. And these are only tied to third parties. Also, Nintendo has lost momentum with their games prior to the Nintendo Direct with the unfortunate posting of Yoshi Switch's final title on their official website and the recent Nintendo Switch paid online cloud saves debacle over titles that don't and will not support cloud saves, including Splatoon 2 and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. However, despite the lack of the Direct, reveals have been coming left and right. A perfect example of this is the premiere of the special Nintendo Switch Pokemon bundle and the new Pokemon Let's Go trailer. This leaves the question, what other big announcements are left that haven't been leaked, shared, or confirmed already from this Thursday Direct? Most likely, a lot is left to present, in particular when it comes to clarifying and calming down the outrage tied to Nintendo Switch Paid Online. Let's face it, following the recent information updates and immediate backlash, the Direct had to take place prior to the launch of Nintendo Switch's paid online service sometime in the second half of this month. And with the publishing of information regarding cloud saving, there is no doubt that the Direct will address the issue of paying for Nintendo Switch's online service in depth and in a dedicated segment. Still, the online service is one thing, and luckily will release this month. It may be too late to talk about SNK Heroines, but games such as Dragon Ball FighterZ, Mega Man 11, Super Mario Party, Starlink, and The World Ends With You Final Remix are still out there on the horizon. As such, Nintendo can make the entire presentation focus more on October, November, December, and early 2019 titles instead of what is just around the corner. Now we've decided for the rest of this video to get away from this script and debate the current situation and predict how Nintendo will handle this Direct.
Alright, so after going through all of these details leading up to the Direct itself, the question is the situation of Nintendo as we go into this Direct, pretty much. Because the year has been kind of different compared to what people expected, and E3 showed that really well, that Nintendo didn't have any big new first-party announcements besides Super Mario Party, because they already had shared the information, the big bomb, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They only gave us the title and of course the confirmation that we're getting everyone back, and obviously the inclusion of Ridley. Then we had an excellent Super Smash Bros. Direct, but it's like 2018 for Nintendo will be just third parties, indies, ports, and Smash, pretty much.
Very underwhelming. Like, anyone that tries to tell me that this was a great year for the Switch, I just honestly can't believe them after what the amazing year we had last year. And I don't disagree. What am I trying to say here? I think Nintendo is going to bounce back come next year. I don't think this is something we Switch owners should get used to. 2019, I feel, is definitely going to be better for them than this year was. But it just sucks that we're living in this time where Nintendo definitely brought out their big guns the first year because they had a lot to prove for the Switch. But now that this year is slower as a result of that, it just sucks that we're living in this time right now. That said, the Nintendo Direct coming this Thursday, rumor, it's still a rumor, but we all saw it coming. We know it's coming this Thursday. Let's be honest.
They have pretty much no choice at this point because Famitsu has information from the Direct that they're not going to pull back because people face it, the magazine is already in the printer press, so that's not going to change. And I just feel like this Direct is crucial for Nintendo from two perspectives. One is first-party announcements, just to bring in confidence again. Maybe they still have one first-party game for this year, who knows, or at least another one for early 2019. And the second one is Nintendo Switch Online. Like, the debacle surrounding the paid online service, it just has to be clarified. Nintendo needs to address this in the Nintendo Direct, because what's been going on is just the complete Wild West. They have no control whatsoever. Information leaks out or just comes out and people start spreading information but when you don't have any explanation or confirmation from Nintendo, don't be surprised that people question that you don't have cloud saves for games like Splatoon 2 or Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So I think those are the two key areas. That's also the main reason why we still need to have this Direct and why it needs to spend as much time as possible on first-party announcements and Nintendo Switch Online.
We need those first-party announcements more than anything right now, because Yoshi's, the title leaked, but we're not going to say it right here. The next Yoshi game, we need more footage of that, and I think that's guaranteed at this point that we will see it, thanks to that, not really a leak, but an accident on Nintendo's website's part. But, new first-party announcements are ultimately just what we need, because we didn't get them at E3, where they should have been. You can disagree with me all you want that Nintendo doesn't need E3 as much as it used to, but the stocks say otherwise, guys. And we're gonna get more Super Mario Party footage, most likely. I hope they don't focus... I hope Nintendo doesn't focus too much on what we already know this Direct. We need to talk about what we don't know. Nintendo is going to begin with Koizumi, then they're going to go straight into the headlines, and who knows what they're going to announce first. If they're going to announce a Bombshell announcement, something like, I don't know, the Metroid Prime trilogy, if that does exist, or they'll probably dedicate a certain amount of time to Yoshi as well, like they did with Kirby Star Allies and Mario Tennis Aces. I have a feeling that's going to be a thing, because we heard nothing about it from E3, and that's going to be their way to make up for it. Then we'll get a release date of probably February or March. That's what I'm guessing. Maybe some final tidbits on Travis Strikes Again, but I really just want to see new first-party announcements, really. Like the big ones, we're not going to see any, huge ones, but, there's that debate of whether or not Animal Crossing will be there or not. And Animal Crossing is huge, don't get me wrong, but that is easily a big announcement that they could announce in a Direct that's not at E3. Because Animal Crossing, we predicted it's probably not going to be at E3, and it wasn't at E3. All I'm saying is it's been 5 years since New Leaf. We're due for an announcement sometime.
And my feeling about this Direct is that it's going to have a bombshell of some sort, because this is a major announcement. It's a major Direct for Nintendo, and if it wasn't that important, all these leaks that have been coming out or announcements that were teased, like the Mega Man 11 demo and so on, would have been very devastating, but it looks like they're still confident about this. So I think one big first-party announcement, I'm not sure if it will be Animal Crossing, but I think it will be one of those that we haven't heard of in quite a while, whether it's Pikmin, Animal Crossing. It's one of those.
I'd be totally fine
if I can just point out.
Yeah, I would be totally fine with a Pikmin announcement even then, because that would be
and
awesome.
Then on top of that announcement of a new game, I think we're going to get a new port or remaster.
Well, that's for
as
sure.
well. So we have heard already about the new Super Mario Bros. U. prediction and rumor, so that will definitely not come as a surprise. But
Nope.
what I find more interesting here is that it might be a game that ties with Nintendo Switch Online that we haven't heard about before. And we have previously talked about Super Mario Maker as a perfect way, because porting it is super easy.
Mhm.
After all, 90%, more than 90% of the game is
Online based.
people creating
Mhm.
stages, and it's perfect for Nintendo Switch Online. And I think that they could start off the Nintendo Switch Online segment somewhere in the middle of the Direct, so that let's get a little bit serious now. We haven't talked about Nintendo Switch Online. It's just about to launch. It's launching on this specific date, and this is why you should get it. And then they go over all the features and finally announce, and here's the final reason: Super Mario Maker on Nintendo Switch.
It's so hard to predict Nintendo, but I think more than likely it's going to begin like the other Directs have begun. First of all, I think they're going to start with 3DS news and get that stuff out of the way, and it's not going to take that long because they don't have enough to talk about.
We almost forgot about those.
We always do.
Louis just mentioned 3DS, and whatever other game comes to the 3DS, I think maybe 5-6 minutes will be dedicated. Like the 3DS is pretty much working on its final legs at this point. There's just maybe a few more titles that they could get, but everything is focused on the Switch, especially now that we haven't had those many first-party games coming.
It's still not going to stop. It's still not going to stop Nintendo from releasing more special 3DSs.
The main reason people are really disappointed is because we thought that by combining the handheld and console divisions, we would be getting first-party games almost every month, which hasn't been the case at all, because we've just been, of the first-party games, we have only been getting ports and not new games, which is not what was expected with the Switch. So it might have been a deliberate strategy to get more attention on third parties like Diablo, which probably will get a release date during the Nintendo Direct.
And the rumor about Diablo, real quick, the rumor of Diablo 3 right now is that it's going to release on September 28th. Yeah, so I hope that's real.
That's true. That would be a very interesting announcement, even though, of course, it's a quite old game at this point.
Yeah, it is, but it'd be great for Switch Online.
Oh, of course it would be. So, first party and a game that will be announced. It's so hard to say about Nintendo, but it just feels like it's time for Animal Crossing. Waiting any longer now will take away attention from when Yoshi and Fire Emblem Switch launch. And the question is when an Animal Crossing game could launch. Then it'd probably be 2019.
2019. Don't know when exactly in 2019. Animal Crossing New Leaf came out right before E3 the year it did come out. But to say this would be a pre-E3 game, I don't know. That's the question to me. It'd be a hard game to demo at E3.
Anything else you think they will do? Third-party stuff has probably been pretty much leaked. We already have those Nindies presentations and stuff. So
I think they'll announce more third-party stuff. Maybe talk a little bit more about Civ. Was it Civ 6? Civilization 6?
Civilization 6, yeah.
Yeah, see some gameplay of that, because I don't think we got any gameplay from the reveal.
Yeah, and
maybe
then
a little
obviously
more.
Talk about, look at these games coming out, Mega Man 11 and Dragon Ball Fighter Z and so on.
Maybe some Crystal... What was it? Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Some of that too.
Because that was maybe not planned for the original Direct, but I think it will be in it now because it's been already announced. So it's just like, we need this thing because everything else got leaked.
Yeah, I don't think Crystal Chronicles was going to be in the Direct anyway. I think that was meant for a TGS announcement anyway.
Yeah, but they can add it now after it's been
exactly.
revealed. So yeah.
Yes, I agree.
All right, I think that sums it up. Smash character reveal probably in the beginning or the end, though we think that a Bombshell announcement will either be in the beginning or the end of the Direct.
I agree.
Of course, we have the 3DS stuff that they need to get through, but...
they'll get to that right at the beginning, guaranteed.
Yeah, so probably the big bombshells will come in the middle or right after the Nintendo 3DS stuff or at the end of the presentation. I think that sums it up pretty much. We'll be back to you with a very short update regarding when the Direct is, and that we will be live streaming it tomorrow if, of course, every rumor information is true. But until then, guys, this was Conrad Vanis
and Joseph Ferris
of the Commonwealth Forum, and we will see you in the announcement video tomorrow, hopefully, and of course the live stream on Thursday.
All right, we'll see you then.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.